Many people plan to retire in their late 60s. I mean, that's what we've been told all our lives, isn't it? Work until you're 65, 67. But when you're doing your retirement planning, don't just think about your life expectancy, but your healthy life expectancy. Because if we leave it too long, we may miss out on the very years that we were hoping to enjoy the most. Hello everybody, my name is Zoe and I retired at 55 to go travelling the world. Now I know that's different to the traditional retirement model where we should work until we're 67, claim our state pension, retire and then go travelling or enjoy our lives. So I was looking up the data on the government websites and the Office of National Statistics to see what these ages were. And the average life expectancy is 83 for females and 79.1 years for males. So if you think you're going to retire at 67, that's going to give you between 12 and 16 years to enjoy your retirement. Gosh, it doesn't sound a lot when you say it like that, does it? But compare that to the healthy life expectancy. And according to the ONS, that is 60.7 years for males and 60.9 for women. So that means our healthiest years have passed us by the time we reach 67, state retirement age. Wow, that was quite scary. I knew it was low, but I didn't actually appreciate how low those numbers were compared to retirement. Now, of course, everyone's different there. You may well live into your 80s and you may keep your health all the way through, but their numbers are the averages. So we often hear about the 3 stages of retirement. So you have your go-go years, the years where you're still active and relatively healthy and able to do all the things that you'd want to do. Then you have the slow go years where you're maybe not as mobile, you're starting to get health conditions, so you generally slow your life down a bit and you're not going on so many frantic adventures as you might have been in your go-go years. And then you have your no-go years, and that's when your health means that you're really limited to what you can do and you're more of a standstill. Oh gosh, doesn't that sound terrible? It does sound terrible. But if you wait too long, you're going to miss out on your go-go years. And I think that's really sad. I do find that really sad when early 60s is when we start to lose our sort of optimal health, especially when a lot of us are still working for another 6-7 years. Yeah, I find that really sad. Now I know when we're planning our retirement, we're trying to make sure we have the financial resources to see us through to the end of our expected life. But when you see these numbers, it kind of makes you think, is it worth it? Is it worth having that extra finance versus having the time to fulfill your dreams in retirement, whether that be travel, spending extra time with your grandchildren. We want to be healthy and fit while we're doing these things. And so is the trade-off worth it? In my situation, I did retire at 55 and it was a big decision to make because I knew that if I didn't take my private pension until I was 60, it would have increased dramatically in those 5 years. You know, that's what everybody keeps telling you. Don't, try not to take it at 55. Let it grow till you're 60, 65. But for me, I was like, no, I've worked all my life for this. I've been putting into this pension since I was 18. I mean, thank God I did. But I was very much thinking, if I don't take it now, what am I waiting for? And so I did. I retired early and I took it. Now I'm taking obviously a lot lower than I would have done if I'd have waited till I was 60, 65, 67. But for me, it was more, I wanted experiences more than I needed to generate more wealth. I mean, what am I going to do with it? There's only so much you can spend. I can't take it with me. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you should leave it for your kids. Well, I gave my kids money when they needed it. I helped them with their houses. I helped them with university and studying. I helped them with their first cars. They don't need it when I pop my clogs. They needed it then. So I actually have no intention of leaving any money. I intend to spend my pension, as much of it as I can. And that also kind of changed my pension advisor's thoughts, because they were of this mindset that I just wanted to leave my wealth to someone. Why? It's my wealth. So I took it. No, it does mean that, I have to budget more, and I'm living on less than I would have been if I'd have waited another 5 years. But I prefer to do that. I prefer to be more frugal now and get some experience, get some experiences and live life. And actually, the fear I had of getting ill and not being able to travel when I was older actually came true when I was 55. 6 months after I set off, I became ill when I was overseas. And all that's done is reinforced to me that I'm glad I did it when I did. I have no regrets about taking my pension early and retiring early. But also is that I'm so keen to just get myself back on my feet and as fit as I can again, so I can get out there and do it before my health conditions get even worse. I really don't want to miss out. Now, I am absolutely not advocating that everybody should just jack their jobs in and retire early at 55, because I think everybody's situation is different, and you have to weigh it up for yourself. But when you are thinking about it, when you're saying, oh, I'll just do another year of work because it will help, with my overall finances. I mean, how much is it actually going to help versus just retiring and managing with what you've got? I think this is why it's so important now to do your financial planning and, make sure you know what you've got when you retire. And if you can retire early, seriously think about it. Don't wait until it's too late. If I could have retired at 45, I would have done it, I think. Just because I was really fit and healthy then and I didn't have these ailments. But unfortunately, I would not have been able to afford it at 45, unfortunately. But I went as early as I could when my pension was available to me. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it is how much money you've got. It's, have I got enough money to live the life I want to live? And not leave it too late. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What do you think about when you're planning your retirement? And do you worry about your health deteriorating when you retire? Would you like to go early? Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Ciao.